Hello everyone, my name's Russell Lowe. I'm a senior lecturer in architecture at the University of New South Wales, and this video tutorial is going to show you how to paint deformation on a editable poly. So in 3dsMax. So if we go into the perspective window, Alt W, and grab a plane, we can create a plane, and I'll do it the same as I did it in one of the last tutorials, 2048 by 2048, 100 segments by 100 width segments. So we've got this plane going on here, and then if I right click and convert this to an editable poly, usually these will be open, so you'll see something like this. I've closed them all so that you can get to the bottom quite quickly, but right at the very bottom is this one called Paint Deformation. And you can see you can push, pull and relax and things like that. Got a push, pull value and a brush size and brush strength. Pretty much, if we hit push, pull, you can see my brush strength is in the middle there. I can crank it, brush size, sorry, I can crank it up a little bit. Now you can see it, and you can see if I click on this thing with my left click, I can actually start to make it go up. What I'm going to do is make that brush size a bit bigger again so you can sort of see it, and just clicking on this thing and painting on it, it changes the surface in that dimension. Now it's only going up 10 centimeters at a go, so let's give it a bit more as well. So what you can do is paint on a surface. This is much like creating that JPEG in Photoshop that has these kinds of grayscales, and then importing it and displacing a surface. But if you wanted to create one from scratch, you can do it like this. Now the biggest, or probably the most important thing about all of this is the hotkeys. So if you hold Alt down, it'll go downwards. So let me just, so you can see it going down. Alt and left click and drag will make it go down, and just normal click and drag will make it go up. Left click. If you hold Shift and Control, you can and drag the mouse button, you can make the brush size bigger. So Shift and Control makes the brush size bigger, and I think brush strength is Shift and Alt will make the brush strength bigger, so it'll shoot it up faster. And so if you want a bit more control, middle mouse button and Alt of course lets you pan around the scene. So it gets a bit hotkey heavy, but if you search under the help, Autodesk 3dsMax help, if you search for Paint Deformation, there's an entry called Paint Deformation Rollout, and you can it has all of these hotkeys in it. So Shift and Control, push and pull. Shift and Control makes the brush smaller, and getting it smaller and smaller and smaller, as you can see off the screen a little bit, and then now I can make fine little lumps. And Alt makes it go down, and the last one I'll show you is Control, which if you hold down Control and left drag, what it does is it's called Revert, I think, and what it does is just get everything slowly back to where it came from. So obviously the ultimate revert in this case is back to the flat plane that we started from. So you can see I can paint on slowly through here, and it'll make a nice little motorway through the middle of our mountainous environment. Okay, So that's paint deformation. Obvious uses to make environments in 3 dimensions, terrains, but you could imagine using it in quite an amazing way to create 3-dimensional geometries for architecture, rather than simply just funny mountains. Anyway, I'll leave that up to you. Thanks very much. Cheers.